All right, guys, I am back. I know it's been like forever, but it's been exciting yet busy and just chaotic in my world. So we're still gonna be playing with scrapbook paper, cause believe it or not, I have been working on a ton of little pockets. Some are just like play ideas off of other people's things. Some of them are very similar. But yeah, I've been making all kinds of little pockets out of these scrapbook papers. So, I think I have enough for like probably 6 videos now. So we'll see how many I get recorded tonight. It is Sunday night. Or actually, well, Sunday afternoon, late afternoon. But anyways, all right. So we're going to do this one first. And I've made it several different colors. And I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if it was last weekend or the weekend before, but I already cut this, but I'm gonna cut another set with you guys so that we can kind of walk through them. So really you need 3 pieces of scrapbook paper, 12 by 12. And we're gonna make at least 4, and 5 gets a little funky because I think some of these papers go a little differently. And I can't remember how, because I did the blue set first, and I can't remember how I did it to make the 5th pocket. But anyways, we'll use up almost every piece of scrap we have. And this actually goes for, I think I threw away like a little sliver of something last week. I can't remember if it was last weekend or the weekend before. It's, when I start telling you the stories, you're gonna be like, oh boy. Okay, so I'll show you these. Like I said, I have a set in blue and a set in pink. So it really has a pocket up here, and then there's a side pocket here, and then it's side pocket here. And they're really not that tight. When it's not glued down to a page, as most of you guys know, it doesn't always slide back in there, all right? And then a large tag in the back. So basically when you glue it in, you'll glue it to the page like this, and then it'll go in like that. Okay, so, and then this is what it kind of looks like in pink. Now I did the blue set first, then I did the pink. I made a flub up, and I'm gonna try not to do it this time, but I put part of this wrong. Okay, so I know it doesn't look wrong right now, but you'll see what I mean in just a second. If I do it wrong again. Okay, so I already have one set cut, but again, I'm gonna go through the measurements with you, and then I'll cut this set of papers here, because like I said, I'm kind of on a mission to use up a lot of these paper packs that I have that only have like 15 pages left in them or whatever. Okay, so the first pocket, we're going to cut the solid piece. Oh, that's the other thing. So I have 2 design pieces and 1 solid piece. You can do it that way if you want to. You don't have to. It's a suggestion. And you'll kind of see why as we go, so that your designs kind of stay, I want to say like noticeable, if that makes any sense. If it's directional, just keep that in mind when you're doing it. So I'm going to show this again, but some of my notes may be hard to kind of make out, because I have made some changes. If there's changes from this, then I'll tell you. So anyways, okay, so the first pocket, or the first piece we're going to cut, is 4 inches by 12. And, okay, we'll just start with that. We'll do all of our cuts first, I think. So I'm not taking this in and out, in and out, in and out. And my little messy desk, hold on. Throw some of that up out of the way. So we're gonna go 4 inches of that one, and then, okay, actually, I think I'm not gonna do all the cuts at once. I think I'll go back and forth a little bit. We'll build the pocket and then we'll do the tags. Okay, so then the next main piece for the pockets, we're gonna need a 4-inch for the pocket. So let's do, right? Yep, 4-inch for pockets, okay. And then that one is at 2 1/4. Okay. And then I'll bring this back so in a minute. It's probably going to be all over the board since I haven't recorded a video in a little bit. Okay. So then what we want to do is take this piece and we're gonna score it at 3 inches and then 9 inches. Okay. All right, so then we're gonna wanna do one up, and then we'll flip it around. And we'll do, and you want to be kind of precise on your sides so it all lines up. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to bring it down. So we're basically making a Z in the paper. When it's all said and done, it should look like a Z, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Okay, so see, it should look like a Z. Okay, then before we do anything else, I'm going to punch a little side piece or thumb hole on this side, and then I'm gonna take this and kind of, since this is here, I use that as kind of a guide for that one. Okay, now we're gonna ink really quick, and I'm using walnut stain on this. I think I said in the last videos that I do kind of get into a habit of using walnut stain. I think it's kind of like a summer thing, I think. I mean, not that I don't like the vintage photo. There you go. Oh my goodness. Okay, and we don't have to worry about inking this because it's gonna not be covered up anyways, so. I'm just gonna toss some ink in there. And here you can, I did on one, or maybe both of them, I did kind of fill it in with like some stenciling. I'm not gonna do that with this one, but I am gonna take, and I kind of like how it's, how we pulled off the branding strip, I guess is what they're called. I kind of like the way that looks on some of them, so I usually leave it, but you can nip it down if that's really not the look you're going for. Okay, we're just gonna ink around this one really quick. Okay, now to glue. Okay, so the mistake I made last time is that this piece I had up and this one was in the back. But when you go to put your card in, it catches up on that little piece right there. Like if it were up like this, it's gonna catch, even though it's glued down, it's still gonna catch and you're not gonna be able to get your card in. So that part's kind of important to this whole setup here. Okay. Glue this down. I gotta be honest, my glue here has been like not sticking to some of this cardstock. It's kind of weird. I've never had that happen before. I don't know if it's weather related or what, but some of the pockets that will be like later, yeah, I noticed that my other card, when I glued it to these solid pieces, it wasn't sticking as well as it should have been. So, anywho. Okay, now this pocket is cut almost precisely to this, so you're avoiding each thumb hole here. So when if you have to like vary yours just a little bit, just know that that's the purpose on why this pocket's the size it is because for me, when I was putting this together, it that worked out the best. All right, so we've got this together. Okay, now we'll let that dry and we are gonna get to the ephemera of it. Now, these are gonna be very basic, not decorated for video purposes per se. Like we'll put some decoration on it, but not a ton, so we can just kind of keep going. Okay, so with this one, since I had the 3 colors, I did the solid, the gold embossed one, and then I used the 3rd one for the little tags. So we'll do that again. And then up in here is one of the solid pieces with the stenciling. Okay. So let's see, our 3rd color I chose for this one is this. So we need the large tag and the 2 small tags out of it. So, oh yeah, I did write it down, third color there. Okay, so I need to cut one piece at 3.5 by 12, and then we'll cut the rest of it down from there. Aside, and we're gonna go 7 inches for this one, and that's our big tag in the back, and then this one's gonna be our little tags, and we're gonna go, because this should be just over 5, I'm gonna go ahead and trim down the 5 just so that I don't have to trim off this little piece later. So then I'm gonna go at 2.5, so then they're just about the same height. Yep. Okay, and then out of the solid color, we want a 3.5 by 2.5. So then we've got to cut a 3.5 here. And then we're going to take 2.5 here. Yep, okay. These are kind of going up a little bit quicker than I thought they would via video. So we'll get the basics done so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll decorate a little bit. So anyways, okay, so we had graduation and it went swimmingly. She had her party. Lots of people showed up for her. It was awesome. And then right after graduation, like the following week, she had a week off, and then it was all of last week. So yeah, she had a couple of days after graduation, and then she had to get ready to go to the state conference with FFA. And I think I've told you guys that she applied for a state office. She unfortunately did not get it this year, but lots of kids don't get it their first year of trying, but she can try for like up to like the next 2 or 3 years, I think. So she's a little bit sad over that, but she's super excited for the team that is on there this year. She said all of them are just amazing humans, so that kind of helps take the sting out of disappointment, I think. So yeah. And so then I went down for a couple of days, and I was supposed to have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this last week off, just taking some vacation days. Well, that didn't happen. So I had to go in. So I had Wednesday off, but I had to do a bunch of errands before I could leave. And then I had Thursday off, but then we drove home right after all that stuff that night, Thursday night. And then by the time we got home and animals done, I got like 4 hours sleep. So I was like 3 or 4, I can't remember at this point. Yeah, then I had to go back into work Friday because my boss's mom passed away, and he had to go to out of town for that. So, and then I had yesterday off, and then I had to go in and cover somebody this morning at work for a few hours. And then now I work another, I think I figured it out, like 8 days until another day off. So your girl's gonna be tired and exhausted by the end of it, but I think I'm gonna try to take Sunday, Monday off next week. Try. Operative word being try. Okay, so I'm gonna double check, make sure my tags fit here. Yep, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so, and we're gonna do all of this again since I decided that we're gonna go ahead and, because this video I don't think will be very long. So we'll go ahead and put together the other one that I have, that I had already cut. Let's see. I think this will look pretty with it. Tie in, and then we'll do some pretty lace at the top of the other one there. Okay. So, and then, yeah, I went and bought some plants, but it's like really hot and windy out today. And we all know what it's like to try to plant in wind. That doesn't work. I didn't feel like having dirt in my eyes today. So yeah, maybe I'll try to get that done Tuesday night. I'm sorry for my reach, guys. Okay, so that one will fit in there. We might have to trim down the, these drive me nuts. There we go. I'm getting a tad hungry. I wonder if Grace is getting hungry for dinner. Watch, my stomach's really gonna start speaking up here in a minute, right in the video, right? Isn't that usually how it goes? I think I'm gonna do fried noodles and meatballs tonight for dinner. That just sounds really good to me for some reason. There actually is a reason why I'm going to leave this set kind of not overly decorated. I'm just going to put the ribbons on because I have another video, and I filmed one for it over a month ago, and then I loaded it, and then I went to release it, and it's not releasing. So I'm gonna have to refilm it because I got sent a really cool box. And I want to feature it and give you the link because it's like a monthly subscription box, and it's super cute, but it pretty much goes with like their themed boxes. And then I need to go back to Instagram and get her information again. So, okay, so that fits right up in there. And like you saw, I used like gold flowers, I think, on the other one. Okay, so then I'm going to finish this one out with a little topper there. So I don't know if you guys read the comments on videos or not. I mean, I do, but unfortunately these days I don't really have time to answer comments, because then I start into the whole I answer every comment, and then it, you know, 10 minutes turns into an hour and a half, and yeah. Anyways, so it's either videos or comments responses. I am going to try to start at least giving a heart to all of them. But yeah, so know that I read them, know that I love them, and know that I'm sending you all hugs when you guys comment and that sort of thing. So but anyways, Dawn just commented yesterday about the dating apps, and that is something I'll talk about probably in the next video. But yeah, it's kind of hilarious. I don't actually, Dawn, have a funny to tell you, or a good one, I guess. Well, I have one of the messaging apps. I'll send it to you via Messenger, but yeah. It actually turns out that one's kind of expensive, so you might not want to do that one, because I think I'm going to cancel that. Okay, so, but I have to be blunt, I guess. I will end up having to break contact with one of the people that are on there, and I'm not sure that I want him knowing my actual numbers, so I'm kind of like, but it's costing money. So anyways, okay, so same thing, 12 by 4 here. We're going to score at 9 3 inches, and we're going to do basically the same thing I just did, only I'm going to do it twice so that you guys can see it, and I'm still using this up so it doesn't just sit there. Yeah, I don't know what my thought was behind it. I don't remember if I was thinking I would just I'd want to do it so that I could move through the video quicker, but for me, I like videos that actually give me the whole process. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I do, and okay. So yeah, anyhow, I'm still on the fence a little bit, because I have met somebody and I like him way more than I should, and he's kind of a cute little Irish guy. He has these fantastic green eyes. So yeah, I'm trying to determine whether I'm boy crazy or I don't know. I don't know what I am, but at any rate, yeah, I really like him, and he says that he really likes me, so we'll go with that, I guess. So yeah, I mean, it's nothing serious yet. We've only technically been on 2 dates, but we message and talk all the time, so that's kind of, I don't know, we're getting to know each other at least. And we're not like exclusive or anything, but I said I tend to be like a one person type girl, and so I think I'm like, okay, so this is gonna sound funny maybe, but I'm kind of a loyal girl too, right? Like, so this whole dating thing is a little bit awkward for me, because it feels wrong to be talking to more than one person at a time. So I'm sure that's something I'm gonna have to get over, but yeah, I've never really been good at that whole seeing multiple people at once thing, so, and my head just gets jumbly, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how, honestly, I'm like, and maybe mostly you hear, and I'm not trying to be sexist when I say this, but normally you hear like dating more than one person is kind of a guy thing, right? Like, so I don't know how they manage the whole talking to more than one female at a time. I don't know. Like, how do they keep all the information? Like, I'm having a hard time just keeping some of the information straight in my head, so that I'm not like, oh, you like to blah blah blah, and they're like, no, you know, because you wouldn't want somebody to feel bad, right? I don't know, and maybe I just care too much about that. I don't know. So your girl is learning some things. So yeah. Yeah, I do like him a little bit more than I should. Should probably pump the brakes on that a little bit, but I'm also, you know, I've been kind of like adopting the whole philosophy you only live once type of thing, right? I don't know. We'll see. He's been very gentlemanly though, I will say that. I did, however, get a kiss yesterday. That was weird, to be kissing a different person after almost 30 years. That was definitely nice, but I don't want to say awkward, because it's not like he was awkward. It was just awkward for me. Like I said, I haven't kissed anybody else in like 30 years, so, or almost, because my ex and I had been together 20, it would have been like maybe 20, yeah, it would have been 28 years in September. So yeah, more than half my life, I can say that. Okay, and I think this one might be, oh, nope, it's not. Okay, I was just off. Sorry, I mumbled there a minute. Yeah, so I mean, I didn't feel bad about kissing somebody else. It was just weird. Weird good, not weird bad. So yeah. Anywho, I don't know. Do you guys want to live vicariously? Do you want me to tell you all these things? You're really not interested? I don't know. You have to tell me. But I'm usually pretty open about my life, so I mean. Yeah, we have, it's kind of spooky how much we have in common. And when we get on the phone, we literally talk for hours, and poor Gracie's just rolling her eyes all the time. I mean, Bo's gone often enough, but yeah, Grace just rolls her eyes. Well, you know. I figure at this point that he's a very beautiful distraction. I do like, and you know what, he's really, I don't want to say he's not my type, because he's a type I've never dated before, and so I really like that. I like that he is so much different. So I'm thinking maybe that means I'm growing and changing and evolving and maturing, you know? But ladies, let me tell you, his eyes, oh, they are gorgeous. They're very steamy. Anyways, we're not writing a romance book, right? I need to stop talking. All right, maybe back to the project. I don't know, maybe. The goats got moved to the back, which I'm not overly excited about, but it is what it is. Gracie wanted it back there, so I kind of missed them right out my window, but everybody's like, oh, well, maybe you should get some goats then. I'm like, no, thank you. Because I would want to like let them free range, but I can't do that because I like the hood of my truck and the kids like the hoods of their cars, and goats will jump and climb, and I don't have like livestock fencing like that, so they would definitely be out roaming. So not a great idea. Oops. You don't have to twist yours if it's double-sided. This stuff is double-sided, but I kind of like the way it looks, so that's why I double twist, or not double, but why I twist the ribbon. I just like the way it looks. And this is just dollar store ribbon. If you have a dollar store near you, or I guess I should say a $1.25 store now, it's just their floral garden ribbon. I get it there. Well, it used to be $1, now it's $1.25, but yeah. So, and I think the videos this week are going to be very, very much formatted like this, because like I said, I cut a whole set, and I'm not sure why I did that. So, anywho. One side of that's a little too long, so I'll have to fix that. Oh, so I was telling you how much we have in common. I mean, it's kind of spooky how much we have in common. He and I like comedy movies. It's weird. And I don't mean weird bad, it's just unnerving. Is for sure. And I think I'm just going to use this pretty little ribbon down here for this one, and then it'll really come over the top of that pocket. And most of these pieces are really just going to be quick, fun little pieces. Oh, come on. And at some point I need to finish moving all my stuff out here. I keep thinking, oh, I'll do it this day, and then you know what, I'm just so darn tired, I just don't. Some days I just don't even get out of bed on the weekends. Like, that's not going to be very productive. Or I get out and there's so many other projects I got to do, right? And I'm not going to push that all the way down in there today. Ouch. Just paper cut myself. It's never fun. Yeah. Just like that. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. And then it'll look really cute with some of the other stuff that we're doing. So there we go. 2 of them. All right, guys, I will just see you in the next video. I hope you guys all are well and that you have a beautiful start to your week, and I will just talk to you soon. Bye, guys.